Welcome to the basement, my dwellers, as we get into this series. Mirage, the first pick, and it's the pick of NiP. They start things off on the T side. Threat, throwing grenades. I'm sure he's got a lot of smoke lineups in his pocket. I'm going to keep my eye on this guy as we go into this pistol. That's going to be the top con smoke for Threat, and NiP bursting out ramp, Rain in the spawn. Kirby's got the kit on B, triple stack for FaZe. It's going to be a long rotation, but they're playing retake anyway.
Yeah, bomb going down. I just want to keep up with Threat. I want to see what he's doing here. He's supporting Twist over here towards the jungle. Brokey is in position. The rest of FaZe are grouped up with 4 in CT, and that is awkward as all hell. Twist somehow gonna deal with Brokey, but the rest of the kills have come in the site. That's Threat and Plopsky both removed. NiKo charging into the ramp, trying to deal with the guy here. Twist is still putting up numbers. Remember when Brokey almost killed him? Well, he's still doing damage, and now he's left in the clutch. And finally, NiKo will come in with the big pistol that was needed. We said he was the guy to keep an eye on in this series, wanting to go out on at least somewhat of a high, and he gets 4 to lock in the pistol.
And it's like I always say, FaZe Clan are destined to win this matchup. We knew right from turning on our TV sets today, right from cranking up our computers, that FaZe Clan were going to go up 1-0 and potentially win this entire series on the back of this first and only pistol round that we've seen in the game so far.
That's Stunner, STUNNA. That's Trey Stunner Saranthus.
Yeah, make sure you don't follow me on Twitter at Stunner. Don't do that. But if you do,
I would.
Oh my, the second round orb for NiKo is like, Brokey, no, it's mine, and I want it, and I will take it, and this is my team.
My op, and I need it now.
Well, just to continue that topic just for a little bit as well, it's like,
why not?
Well, firstly, the if is still there for NiKo to G2, but boy, is that buyout going to be huge. Like, we know Ocelot's got a couple of dollars hidden under the mattress somewhere, but damn, dude, it's not going to be cheap. So this guy is still a sick individual, and I hope he shows up in the server today. He's already done so on the pistol round. AWP in CT, looks like a B play for NiP, flying through the sky, bombing the apartments, 3 AKs. This is one hell of a buy for the second round, and there's no grenades on FaZe to stop this one.
Flash is now going in, and it's Cold and Kirby here to try and hold down the line. Now up through short side, that's where NiP look to move in. They have dealt with Threat to open the round up, but Rez and Plopsky are in with the response. Now NiKo, with this second round AWP buy, does open up and gives us a 3-on-3 back over. FaZe grouping up over here in the market. They've still got AKs to worry about on the other side. NiKo, he's entered a bit of a scary form moving into this game. Hampus, quick deagle kill, goes back in for more, and NiKo is going to get the better of him, but now he's left in this clutch. A 1v3 turned 1-on-2 as he's looking for Rez. He also spots the man at short. The attempt at the no-scope doesn't work, though. And that's now the AWP given over to NiP. That is really worst case scenario for FaZe. You go for like the ballsy second round AWP buy. NiP force buy up themselves. They get out of that round with an AK, an AWP. They wouldn't have had an AWP for a while yet, right? So they're pretty pleased to get away with that. And now it's just the force buy back in for FaZe Clan.
Yeah, we know what these guys can do with Deegs, but Twist on the AWP, worth noting, over Hampus, and, well, not for long. He's already gone. The Deeg from Rain in middle finds the opening kill, and do they retrieve it? Do they throw it out the map? Rez has taken it now. We know a lot of players on this team can AWP for NiP, right? And at times, you've even seen Hampus over North and the likes in the past. Rain is not done, though. He's found a second over on A. Where's the AWP gone? I think they might have thrown it out of the map temporarily. Through the smoke is Threat. He tries to get cute with a gap, but Brokey catches him. And now this one's falling apart. The force by wars continuing for FaZe. Rain misses the timing, and Plopsky's out the smoke, catching Brokey. Does he know about Rain, though? Deep in CT. Rez has found a kill at B, but the bomb's been dropped. Swift stuff from Rain to find a third, and Rez now has to clutch it out. Ooh.
Well, and it's like, there's an old proverb, it's probably in Tennessee, it's probably in Texas, it says, if you're a dead team walking, you'll probably win a couple games. But if you're a dead team talking, you probably won't win anything.
Strong words. from Stunner.
Quoted George W. Bush. W. What are you drinking over there, Hugo? It looks like some sort of watermelon.
It's strawberry and pineapple. It's delicious. We've got a little mini bar outside. Not a mini bar. No alcohol.
No alcohol. Alcohol free.
Indeed.
Free, however they say. Alcohol free.
They say it right.
F-R-E-I.
Frey. That's like very, very posh of you to say about that.
Oh, I'm a pretty posh guy myself.
Threats on the classic armor Glock. You know, everyone's favorite investment. He's wise with his money.
Oh, the armor Glock. Yes, of course, yes. It's been some time since we've seen it in the wild. But here it is. I like it though, man. Threat's the kind of coach who like has all the utility, like down pat, a trillion%. He's also pretty good. Now, you know, don't know if he's like NiP standard or good in the server, but hey, man, you'll take someone throwing the nades and going in first and being given all the horrible roles that no one actually wants. That's awkward. Plopsky ran by Cold Zera. And so there's a little freebie. Cancels out Rez as well, and now it's down to the remaining 3 to tiptoe into this B site. Kirby with the shaky aim does get dropped, and Twist is in with another. And they've even given Threat the bomb as he puts in the numbers. He's looking to try and retrieve that gun over towards short. He smokes off the angle, so he is going to get the M4. Right, man, there's a lot of dudes on the other side of this. Yeah, he's backing away, and that's probably the safe play to make. Oh, it's scary because it's like it's NiKo versus Threat, and I know who my money's on in that fight there. So he's fallen back, and he's trying to play around the rest of his team. Twist is going to deal with Brokey, and oh, well, sorry if you missed that, but now it's a 1v3, and it's all on to NiKo. And while he does deal with Threat, the man in question, it's still a second round on the board for NiP. This is like a 4-spy wars. It's as simple as that. We know him, we love him. But I feel like it's been a while since I've seen a proper, just back and forth 4-spy battle like this.
That is true. And that was a 3-on-5 for NiP, man. They lost their 2 picks in middle. They still executed into B, Hampus with a D entry, and it all falls apart for FaZe. Now, I've been watching Threat closely in these rounds, and he's not been giving anything away or losing situations for NiP. He's been very safe, but he's also getting obliterated. Like, he's getting one-tapped. And the pistol, he got one-tapped by NiKo. He comes around the corner there, gets immediately headshot. The other round on B, he pushed in first and got traded, allowing NiP to win the round with a post-plant. And so he's doing his role. He may be playing Glock armor, but he's doing his job and throwing the grenades. Mac 10 now. Money's a problem for NiP as they conduct these force-buy wars. NiKo with the saved AK and Deeks around it as well. And you see FaZe are getting less and less incentivized to keep this buy going. They're not putting as much in this time. Still hoping they can turn the tide, though. NiKo in the A site. The bomb's coming in through middle with 4, and Threat's going back to spawn to check it out. He hasn't gone all the way in through T to A, so it might just be a B play for NiP. Ooh. Careful. Leagues are checking out what's going on in middle, and a re-smoke can come down. We could even have a boost up or a jump. Threat in the connector, NiKo on the A site, and actually NiP, they're just going to overtake this A site, or they were going to before that smoke landed. That's a bit of a problem.
Which is cool, but is it as cool as the latest Apple iOS update? We're talking iOS 14. I'm pretty sure it's brought us all to about the equivalent of a Android user, which is also awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I refuse to use the phone named after a fruit. That's my basis. But here we go. Rain and NiKo both dealt with over at this A side of the map. Brokey is armed with a little deagle back here in CT, but he's losing teammates quickly elsewhere. He does have Cold rotating in. That bomb getting planted. Threat holding down the CT angle, and he's seen one. And a second now. Knows that they're both there.
Trapped by the molly as well. No getting out here for FaZe, and NiKo's AK is still dropped in the A site. Threat's found a weapon, or a rifle rather, off of his teammate, and so there is a gun for FaZe to retrieve if they want to hang around. Might even be blown towards the spawn, but unlikely with where it was dropped, so this feels like a done deal. Cold's looking for anything on the exit, but NiP have already backed off to play mid. And there we go, simple as that. Third for NiP, the force by wars denied for FaZe. as NiP get back-to-back rounds. That usually signals the end of the back and forth, right? When either team is just constantly forcing in. A lot of the time it's because it's coming down to these clutches. You know, your opponents don't have a lot of money, but back-to-back round losses for FaZe, that's enough justification to eco and come in with the big guns in the follow-up. Someone's doing case openings on the fan cams. I wish you luck.
Let's just bring that back. I mean, you know.
Maybe they win a knife trace, maybe not. Probably not, if you look at the numbers.
Harry, what is your best joke you could tell right now? If you had to, like, I mean, I'll buy a couple more seconds by talking while you think about it, but honestly, what do you think?
What kind of a question is that? Normally I'm all right at this, right? But I don't know, man.
Funny, forcibly. Yeah. Right now.
I'm like trying to think of.
How do you think Dave Chappelle feels? Everywhere he goes, people are probably like, "Hey, man, crack a joke." Oh.
He is a comedian, though, so I feel like he's got a couple, you know, in the pocket.
Have you seen this guy?
Yeah,
no, man. I need like a subject matter or like a topic.
Okay.
I'm someone that if you just point me in a direction and say like, be funny. It's, you know, I can't.
Okay, I'll give you a topic.
Oh God, this
Counter-Strike.
Shouldn't have done that, Harry.
Counter-Strike
Shut it
topical,
down.
even.
Don't leave the door open. That's your biggest mistake.
Yeah, that was a blunder. So out of all the roster moves of 2020, anything you can do, any jokes that you can make in that general direction will be acceptable.
We'll give him a round to think about it while FaZe buy up fully.
You just wait right there.
Got one round, Harry. We'll be back with you after the break. Brokey on the AWP. He's taking it back from Nico. Did buy his own this time. Fighting connector. Oh, that was close. How has he not hit that? He does follow up through the smoke, but taking significant damage on his way out as well. Man up for FaZe. NiP looking at B. Plopsky wants the entry, and there's only one man here as well. Brokey's even left to go towards that A-bomb site, so FaZe padding up as NiP group for this B hit. Aggressive ramp setup should get this info early for FaZe. The A is somewhat empty. Cold is yet to leave the short side. Hampus is in lower, selling something. It's not really going to sell much, just denying info on the short from connector. And it's all just going to be this B crunch. Kirby's pushed deep short as well. So NiP, they're probably not going to be ready for that. They're probably going to be expecting a site or a van player, and that could get them sidelined. Hampus caught in the connector. They've got to go.
Yeah, they got to go now as well. Kirby here, holding down the site, tags them. Threat does get the trade at least, and that might allow the bomb plant to come through, but Threat is left in a 1v4. Yes. You're asking a hell of a lot.
Yeah, this isn't going to go well. A few more seconds now before we hear whatever joke Harry has prepared. And we're going to do that at the conclusion of the defuse, so still a little bit of time left on the clock. And it could be about any roster move. It could be about anything at all.
No, I'm going to get ahead of this now, right? What do you even want me to say, man? Like,
you just censor yourself?
Yeah, I did censor myself, all right? Like, this is... No, man, this is wild. Like, that's such a... You know, when I say like a direction, I mean like I need like some material already.
You don't know, like west or east or like, what kind of direction are we talking
anything
here?
More than using the roster changes that have happened this year.
How about any roster change ever? You don't need a meme. Not everything has to be a meme. There are jokes. There are jokes.
I'm not like a social media manager. I'm not just churning out gold every day.
We can see that.
Twitter's pretty fire.
Thanks, man. Well, yeah, that's over at just Harry GG. If anyone does want to check that out, obviously.
At just Harry, Prince Harry, at Prince Harry, right?
Yeah, that's the one. How could I forget? No, I made my name Prince Harry, and I got loads of death threats, and so I had to change it back. That was the immediate red flag to stop that.
I was like, who wants to kill Prince Harry is my first question.
Yeah, right. Then what's he done? I don't even get it. Anyway.
Oh, dear.
Look at this. Kirby, they know he's there now. It's not really a secret anymore. And so he's had to cross on out. But he hasn't left entirely. He's still keeping the pressure on. The rest of NiP are down here in middle.
And I just, you know, I'm looking at Threat. And I think we could just follow his POV this entire game and I'd be satisfied.
Well, he's got the bomb now, Trace. This is a big pickup for NiP, moving through the apartments. Molly, flash, knife. 48 seconds, Threat. He's still walking forward. He's lining up a flashbang.
Yep, someone's going to get blind, but it's not KRB, and that could be a big problem. Plopsky in front of Threat, but Threat the man we want to follow nonetheless. Let's see what he's got in the tank. Can he stir it up over here at the B site? He's going to take a little bit of aggressive angle and get shot in the back of the head. And Rez able to find some real estate. This might actually turn around if he can get that kill. That does help immensely. 2-on-2 now in the B site. And it's on the back of Threat using himself as a can opener and forcibly getting inside of the site. Rain, however, is just too quick. I say that. Twist with a big twist in the round, and it's not enough. NiP do get a bomb plant, but it's Nico. It's going to be getting a defuse here at the end of the round and salvaging an AWP.
Twist is looking good on the AWP, man. He should be the main AWP for NiP. Oh, wait, no, they tried that before. But yeah, no, like, obviously, jokes aside, he's a very capable AWPer, and it's nice to see him with that weapon back at his hands. Obviously, you know, sending well wishes to Nork. Hope he gets back in the server soon, but make do with what you got, and what NiP got is pretty good. Rez alluded to it in that interview, saying they'll be fine. They're under control. And some nice entries from Rez up the short side, getting a lot of impact there. He just wasn't ready for how fast Rain was on rotation, getting out the market window as the smoke faded. 4-4, back and forth. No clear victor in sight. That's what we want. The buy round for NiP, but the AWP's out on Brokey. He's going to take it back towards Connector. It's been treating him well. Hampers some pressure on the B bomb side. That deep smoke coming in late. He could have played ahead of it, but he chooses not to and goes lower instead. Another mid crunch for NiP. Cold up in the ladder room. They saw that. And they have a Molotov on Hampers as well. So that could get hot for him. He has his escape route through the window if needed. And Threat's lurking outside A, so it might just be an A split later on. But Hampers is going to catch Kiebi getting aggressive. Perfect timing from the underpass. NiP a man up. And Hampers, the reason he's ready for that is Kiebi's thrown the deep smoke. When you throw that deep smoke from CT spawn, it's often hinting that, okay, yeah, we want this apps control, we want a deep molly, we want to play for the kitchen. And so Hampers just patrols and waits around for Kiebi to make that move. It's netted NiP a man advantage. Again, the ramp push for FaZe gets a bit of information, but it might all come too late if NiP set up towards B. Ooh.
Oh, with Brokey going back for a bit more down here in the connector. It could still get out of hand for NiP. Brokey with a nice quick shot. Doesn't live to tell the tale. However, Rain close at ramp. Gets away with that kill. Goes back in and somehow puts up another. It went from looking like maybe NiP could have recovered this one to suddenly FaZe in these aggro positions, just taking everybody out of the equation.
Yeah, NiP was scared of the fact that FaZe were going to have heavy B rotates like they did in the last round, and NiP have been on B a lot in this game. And so FaZe triple stacked on A despite Kiebi going down early. They just gamble and go, yeah, man, no one's going to push B. We'll be fine. And they just left it open, right? If you count Cold in the ladder room, he's not really in the B site. He can't support. And so FaZe just go, yeah, we don't need B. And they're right, they don't. NiP split on that A site, they get decimated by the ramp push, and Cole cleans up a couple as well. Nice round for FaZe. Obviously, we are going to be seeing Threat going in first, getting traded a lot of the time. Rez tries to do it that round, but Rain is very fast indeed. The AWP continues, and the money, well, for NiP, it bottoms out. Twist on a hero AK. We got pistols around it as well. This is going to be no AWP for Twist when we come into that next gun round. Some sacrifices are worth taking if they can get those opening kills that NiP desire. Back to B control for FaZe. They push Cold in deep. Kiebi shows he's on the balcony by throwing grenades and hoping that no one's going to check this close right angle. Second re-smoke down. Twist, he's calling for support. Bomb going up short, and Hampers joining him in the apartments. No utility, but a single Molotov for NiP. It's down to those gunfights.
Oh, Kiebi and Cold with this deadly little crossfire. However, Cold gets checked. He's still going to put up a kill, and the flash is good. Cold, another. And well, this B play, it's been dealt with pretty nicely here. A bomb plant should be guaranteed for NiP at least. They've got it down to a 2-on-3, but with no armor on either of these players, it should just be the mop-up here for FaZe, and indeed it is. As it all lies on Plopsky, gets put in the ground, FaZe up to 6. I'm trying to, like, imagine a whole...
go on.
A whole, like, comedy stand-up bit, you know? Like, I'm thinking about what I would say. I've been putting some thought to it. Nothing solid yet, Trace, but...
Well, that's disappointing.
I'm just laughing at, like, what you expected me to come out with here, you know?
Could have came out with anything.
Like, did you want like a whole like stand-up like segment with me like doing a? Here you go, man.
Like
What's
dancing
what's
a
the name
jig
of
or
that comedian? Scottish accent, Frankie Boyle. That's the one. You wanted me to deliver something like that?
Scottish accent, not Scottish though.
No.
Common misconception, just the accent,
Just the
nothing else.
accent, yeah.
Not the nationality.
So Scotty Boyle? Who?
Frankie Boyle.
Frankie Boyle.
Oh, Frankie Boyle.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
Brokey.
boiling around here is going to be this AWP in the hands of Brokey.
Oh, he's getting flashed out again. This should be a free kill. He goes very late with that one, but Rez is still blind, and Brokey gets away with 2. Now back to A, through the smoke, threat with a bomb, twist hit to shot, but it's only a tag. Cole has been stellar in these positions. He's over on the A site for now, and he falls after 1. Just twist left up. 1 on 3, bomb dropped in Wet Rain. Shot through this smoke. That's a free AWP as well. If he wants it, he's going to stick with the AK for now. And FaZe pick up a 7th on this CT side. They're building. They're looking good while they do it. The teamwork is there. The mid flashes are nice. Brokey's been really going for it as well, getting aggressive, taking lower, fighting connector. NiP, the money has just been a mess this game for them, really. Like, obviously, the forced buy wars, they actually went out at the beginning, but FaZe have broken them back, and now NiP going for hero AKs and stuff. It's left them in this weird position. Look at Twist. He has 25. Everyone else is bought, but they also have a grand left because they're not buying grenades. It's very strange buys for NiP, and so this might dig them a bit of a hole here on this T side. It's their map pick as well. Winning the half might just be out the window at this point, but let's see what they can do with these 3 guns.
Yes. Indeed.
Yes. Of course.
You know, we like a guy like Threat, you know, like he's just giving stuff over to the rest of the squad. That's nice of him. He knows that's how they're going to succeed, and with Rez and Hampus performing like they are, makes a lot of sense. Now, it is a little bit saddening that neither Twist nor Threat was here in mid to retrieve one of these dropped AKs or other rifles by FaZe. But they're going to look to get out here at the ramp. Rain is the only guy inside of A for FaZe, and Hampus is actually faking a B play. And to be fair, with how deep he's got, NiP, I was going to say they could try and run the gauntlet back, but they definitely would be pretty pressed for time. Hampus might even catch a timing here to get in through the market, and Cole's never even seen it. Now, does he take this kill while he's got it? Yes, he does. Just about.
Oh, no.
Bobski deletes Rain, and, well, there we go. That's it. That's the round, isn't it? Like we all expected. It's 5 on the board for NiP.
At that point, when they lose Cole to, like, the market flank, all FaZe are doing going, it's B, it's B, it's B. There's 20 seconds. They have to be B. And they all leave their positions. They all peak at the same time, and obviously it's not B. Rain, I don't know if he was trying to jump on the box there, but he didn't. He just got headshot mid-air. Oh dear, that's a nice round for Hampus. Great timing up short as well. FaZe leaning away from that B site as they have been doing, playing retake a lot on that side of the map. Not even like retake by design, but often if they lose their early B player, they just go, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Well, all is good. All is clear. It's basically my best German right there. Wunderbar.
Oh, man, I love that. They taste delicious.
Oh.
These Wunderbars.
I think that they also call them big cornies.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's the one. Hugo loves them, actually.
I need a personal sponsorship.
From Big Corny.
I think it's the other way around. Or maybe I'm wrong. Is it corny big or big corny? I don't know.
I don't know.
Who knows?
I thought we were just talking about you, but sorry, man.
We may never know. Back to middle for NiP. Brokey with the AWP falls out. The smoke is down. And NiP set up for a quick A play by the looks of things. They could just go connect and mollied off, though, trying to deny that AWP re-aggression that has been there, ever-present. Threat on ramp. Rain pushing. Threat gets the kill. And that's an opener for NiP towards A. That's exactly what they wanted. Nico's close, but he's not really got the weapon for the job. Can he catch Threat repositioning? Falling off silently, Threats across to the right side. Nico does get the kill, but he's so low. Twisted trade. He has the bomb. He doesn't want to give it away. And luckily, Popsy stabs him in the back, coming up the connector. That jungle smoke is down, and so Kiebi cannot assist. It's all up to Brokey in the spawn. Flashed off. The bomb plant allowed here by NiP. They need to get it down before the smokes fade.
A good flash is a good series of flashes, even for NiP, as they're able to back away and reorganize for what is not going to be a retake by FaZe Clan. Brokey's already set his piece and set his sights on the B halls for a save for the Save Clan. It's Jame time.
Threat now, same amount of kills as Kirby.
Expected even.
Life of a B player.
And the weirdest part about all this is Threat going to G2. And I have to just say that is one of the most bizarre pickups of the year.
Yeah.
See, that was a joke, you know? Like, you could have done that.
Yeah, man. That was pretty good.
You just got to go out
Andy
there.
now, coming in with top quality humor.
Hey, man.
Yeah, man. It's almost like I didn't turn to you and say, hey, Trace, man, give me a joke about Threat.
Okay. Well, he poses quite the threat in the server. See? Like, it's not the best. It's not the worst.
Man, yeah, it's
But
not the
C's
best,
get
you know?
degrees,
I
ladies and
think,
gentlemen.
That is
Yeah,
true.
that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah, okay.
That doesn't mean you shouldn't try in school. My name is Harry Russell.
Life advice.
By Harry. Now, that's a series we could get into.
I think I could give some good life advice.
Yeah, like-
all the things I don't do is basically how you should be doing it. Here we go then. We got the man advantage taken by Brokey. Twist, the man who just won't miss over here at the ramp, and he's missed. Well, he didn't.
Oh, he
He
didn't.
hit Rain, but he didn't kill Rain. And so now the rotation coming into this B site, that's because Popsky's already in it, and he's calling. Like, it's pretty clear. Threat's running in with the bomb in through the apartments. Twist is juggling the guns away from ramp. Even delaying the push from FaZe to that side of the map, and Rain's desperate to find this AK. Now Hampus even wrapping around in through the connector. Man, they're all over the place. Rain found it. What a legend. He tracked it down.
It's like a bloodhound. He just sniffed it out.
Smell the
Ugh.
lead.
That was a, man, I was not expecting all that. It
Yeah.
was a very visceral sound you made out of your nose.
Lemmy.
Visceral. That's...
Everybody get a good breath of fresh air.
Yep.
Because this round is done data. FaZe Clan.
Got nada.
Yeah, there you go. Hampus Rampus, though. Can you
I get it.
Oh.
We're all making jokes now, apart from me.
Oh, you snooze, you lose, Harry. Don't be a loser. Be the diffuser. That's what they always say. It's the ancient.
That is what they always say. Turn yourself into the diffuser.
Well, FaZe can't defuse this situation. It's a bit of a low buy and a bit of a good buy as they get on out of there alive. I said earlier, NiP probably can't win the half, and that's because they were broke, but they won it, and they haven't stopped since. Now, to be honest, they might win the half. It's on the cards. FaZe, last round here, they've saved in back-to-back rounds with 3 alive to make this buy happen. They're going to have everything they need and more. But are the results there?
Can we examine this, though, because we are going into the second half.
Sure.
And Hugo, as someone with the most rationale probably sitting here in our current state, what would this spell for a CT side for NiP with Threat in there?
That's a great question. I don't really know. Like, I have no idea how to answer that question. What's clear is the AWP is obviously in the hands of Twist.
Nice.
That's all I can give you here, Trace. What did you want from me?
I was just curious.
Oh, dear. Look at this. Look at this A play. Plopsky and Hampus, they've run in and they've taken down everyone inside of the site. So FaZe are left rotating bodies in through these smokes, and they're trying to wrap back around into middle, but Hampus, this sneaky little devil, emerging late, admittedly only good for one. He's probably dead now because he's
got this.
He missed this timing, and so they closed the gap on him. Kirby will come in with the kill. Last round of the half, so FaZe are definitely going for it, and Twist is keen to take some fights. Now, he might come to regret that decision. We still got Threat in the site. There's a wraparound coming in from Rez, and he does deal with one. Brokey trying to get on the bomb,
Yeah.
but Threat finds him. And that there is NiP winning out the half on their map pick, 8-7. And NiP, they're in control, but we're very, very close. This is still anyone's game, so stick around to find out who takes Mirage.
What it is. FaZe versus NiP. It is the hard-hitting reality. The numbers align so that is the case.
The proof Trace, where is it located?
Oh man, if I hear
Somewhere
the
around the
phrase,
catering.
the proof is in the pudding.
That's what I said, actually.
If I hear that phrase, I do not know what's going to happen. I don't like it anymore. 8-7 in the half right now. NiP in the lead and a B players FaZe rush on in, and they did look at Plopsky, but no one seemingly reacted. How's he still alive? He's jumping around, and finally they do deal with him. And that leaves Twist and Hampus 2v4. And, well, they might get their just desserts here.
Funny because pudding, desserts. This retake, it's not an easy one, I'll tell you that much. Hampus is coming up catwalk. He's going to get repeats. Nico with a quick shot. He found 4 in the first pistol. What Twist will find him here? Maybe a chance to clutch. The kid's dropped. FaZe are backing up. They're scared of throwing this round, and for good reason. Double peek on the left side. Twist is wrapped the right, and Rain is holding down the line. Twist getting pushed. Oh dear, time is ticking, and ammo running dry. FaZe find him. Not even close, not even scary. They're up to 8. And NiP, do they force? Do they continue the wars that they won on the T side? Took a few rounds, but they got there. And they'll go there again. Back in with a buy. Not heavy, though. Deagles, armor on Hampers. Not everyone else, though. Scout on Plopsky. And yeah, it's a pretty considerable investment. They're still expecting the worst, and that is that FaZe will probably run over them this round. This is not a round where FaZe are hopefully going to sustain many losses. Let's see.
Well, Hampus is donning the Deagle armor.
Big Hamp dog.
Of course, he's named after his 2 favorite things, so let's see what he can do in this round. Hampus back here towards the bench side. Flash goes through. Threat's gonna dodge it. Raid. Oh, gets deagged by Threat. Nico will come in with a bit of a response here. Trades that out at least, but we've still got Hampus sitting at the bench, waiting. Ooh, you can feel it. You can feel something in the air. Hampus with the Deagle. What's he going to do? There's one. The Deagle looking to come alive now. And Cold knows he's here. Hampus has got 2 bullets left in this Deagle, and he puts them both in Cold's error. This might be the force by victory for NiP, and indeed it is. Hampus with 3. I said you could feel it. The atmosphere. It was so Hampus. And so 9 on the board for NiP.
God, he's good, isn't he? What a pickup for this team as well, right? Like, obviously, they're going through turbulent times right now with their roster, but Hampus, man, he has just been so good individually, right? Like, people thought that would be the first problem, like, oh, Lecro's so good, so how is Hampus going to compete? Well, not only has he been great in the server, but he's been leading by example as well, calling at the helm of NiP. Ooh, Nico hits the cross shot. Hampus does get tagged, but not dead. This buy is Deagles again for FaZe, who forced back in. How has the inverse happened in this second half, right? FaZe, they won their CT pistol. NiP won the T-Force. The same thing happened here. But on the other halves, NiP don't care where they are.
You've just got to show some respect to Threat with the boomer weapon.
Call of Duty gun.
Yeah, I mean, that scope, it's powerful in the hands of the elderly.
Are you calling what? Actually, I'm going to move past that.
I'm just saying, Threat is.
Well, Threat does have a long tenured career spanning 15 years, of course, and here he is with the org, pushing into the apartments.
It's that like little boost, you know? He has.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing, man. The org's pretty popular now as well. It's not even like, you know, you just picked it up like some off-meta weapon. Nah, man. Like, you see a lot of people using this. He's even going aggressive. Look at the confidence. Now, to be fair, confidence, you know, it can be a downfall as well. We've all been too confident, but Threat's dodged Nico. He's out of there. Goodbye. Actually, I'm back. And he's not able to go toe-to-toe with Nico. Bit of damage, but that's it. This round might fall apart. The force by wars might continue, but Plopsky, he's locked that all down, hasn't he? Cold trying to deal with Twist, and he misses. Nico, he's got that org off of Threat's body. And now he's got to live up to Threat's name here in this round. 1v2, the Molly's going to cut him out of con. He goes up through it.
Got the bomb.
Does have to go back for the bomb. That's wasted a little bit of time, but he's still got this safe passage into the site. Gets in, Plopsky's seen it. Nico in the 1v1, gets the bomb down, looking now towards the stairs, and doesn't realize that Plopsky's already gotten across, but Nico still hidden. Still lurking in the back of this site. And Plopsky with no idea that he made it across. He's seen the shadow, and Nico's got that round locked in. The 4 spy wars, they do continue.
Anti-footwork for Nico, man. The smoke on the molly with seconds to spare. He jumps off the bench into the site. And even though he whiffs his shot to start, he follows up and kills Threat, right? So really good round for Nico. But yeah, how much longer will this continue is the question. Do NiP want to keep on buying it down? I'd imagine so. It's a bit of a go-to. There it is. Orp with Deagles. Everyone's favorite combination. It's a bit of a mess, a bit of a mix. Twist, smoked off in the window. FaZe with fast mid-control. I like it. Taking a lot away from NiP, who don't have that information. Rez is looking through a tiny gap in the smoke. But Rain's waiting patiently by, waiting for the flash, waiting for the fade. Only 1 AK in this round for FaZe. It's hardly a pretty buy.
And this is a ballsy investment for NiP, like bringing the AWP in, armorless. You know, you run the risk of giving that over to FaZe free of charge. Hampus, molded by this Molotov. He stays alive right above it. They are going to come in to check, but oh, the timing. Hampus just decides then would be the perfect time to study the brickwork, and he might wish he didn't. Brokey dealing with Threat. This might just be a save for NiP. They want to keep these 2 Famases, this AWP, into the follow-up round. And, you know, like, yeah, it kind of sucks for the timing and everything there, but to be fair, like, in terms of losing a round, this is probably the nicest way to have it go, right? If you get out of it with these 2 rifles and the AWP, you'll take that.
Best case scenario for a lost round, sure. The Eagle's gone, nothing more. FaZe, they're going to send Rain out, but he will be dropped by the AWP, and no real hunting here. Maybe Kiebi goes because he has a Mach 10, but FaZe have yet to build up any kind of economy, and they know that NiP saving 3 might be buying back in, so it's important that they actually have some cash of their own, right? 1 AK in this round again. They have the AUG. Cold is keeping scoped up on B, waiting for any exiting NiP players, but they're all stacked on each other's heads in the Palace. 10 for FaZe, taking the lead right back away from NiP. They won't have it for long.
It's been a pretty close game, and for FaZe, you know, this is seemingly more cohesive than we've seen in a little bit. But is it enough?
This is kind of cool. On the day of the Astralis jersey launch, the Tower of Borsen, which I don't think is how you pronounce it, but that's how I pronounce it.
Where?
It's in Denmark.
Oh.
It's the Danish Stock Exchange, was flying the Astralis flag.
Today?
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
That is cool, yeah.
Man. And then the Eye of Mordor opened up on top of that. And lo and behold, the 8th member of the Astralis lineup
is Sauron. He's joining.
The all-seeing eye.
Yeah, he's gonna bring chaos to all of Middle Earth here. Nico gonna get flashed into the ladder room. Now there's 2 players here. Rez with the fancy footwork to bail his teammate out. That's pretty slick. Hampus hidden in this smoke as well, right around the corner, holding onto the connector. There is a player over in Palace, and they're rotating to B. I think that's because a bit of noise was just made by Kiebi over in the apartments, and they all get very, very worried about a potential B play, but in doing so, they've conceded this A bomb site. Plopsky, while he is in with 1, Kiebi still down here in the bottom of mid, has locked in one of these kills, but only 1, leaving FaZe in a 2-on-3.
Threat still has a USP. He's hardly armed and dangerous in this round. Brokey's going to get flashed to middle, but he fights jungle instead, catching Threat with a bullet in the head. He's down to 35. Threat softened up the targets. Can NiP finish the job? Rez certainly hopes so. Coming in through connector, Molotov for Cold keeps him back, or will it push him forward? Those are the options. Brokey's got a cross, and Rez has got the drop. Bomb on the floor. Cold baits the AWP, and he's going to swing out and try and go back to this one-on-one. In the meantime, Twist is rotating in Cold. He's lost time. 20 seconds. Another Molotov down. He's got to wait it out. Rez, he knows exactly where he is. Tucked in the connector. Cold falls off the bench, but he gets away with a kill, expecting Twist behind it. Twist is in front, outside in the connector. NiP take 10. It's so back and forth. It's so close. And that was 2 USPs in that round, right? The saved Famases with the AWP. Great save from Rez. I don't know how Plopsky doesn't die. He darts back on the ladder while fully blind. Rez saves him, comes in with a big 3K round, and It's going to be NiP finding it. Good rotation from Twist. The second he gets baited on that orb shot, you know, Cole sees where he is. Twist just goes middle. He knows that's the last thing Cole will expect, and he was right on a knife's edge.
And you know, you look at Threat right there, and you know he brings that same level of intensity and energy when he's behind the team. But just to see him doing it now, even in the server, it's kind of a feels good, man.
Yeah, it's cool.
Doesn't feel good over at the A site, though. NiP and Rez laying in wait. All they can do. All of FaZe have found themselves out here on this site, and just one coming late. Palace, the spray from Rez is not going to be good enough. It's going to net some damage onto Rain, but overall, here comes Threat with the big AUG. It's good for one. And the trades, well, they've gone the way of NiP.
We see this so often for FaZe, like these missed jungle smokes on Mirage. It just always comes through, and now a big gap, giving Twist a room to fight. He's going to try and stop the bomb from crossing, but they are going back to boost on the stairwell. Last thing he's going to expect. Oh no! They fall off. Twist looked up. I don't know what's happening. They're going to cross, swing, go for the fight. They could line up, but Nico gets the shot. That was messy at best, but it will be a FaZe round. There are a lot of ways that could have fallen apart. Rez, man, he has balls of steel. He stays on triple for so long, terrified at the idea that FaZe are in the site, but they take so long to cross. And when they do, it's into the gap in the smoke, giving Twist a kill. Rez won't get anything done from that position. And maybe if he had, that would have been an NiP round, but instead FaZe, again, keep the lead in their pocket.
Ooh. Looking like a B play with Nico trying to split up short side. And inside of this B site, you're looking at Threat and Plopsky. Threat flashed off. They stand on his head. He gets Goomba stomped by Rain and flashed by Rez. And it goes downhill pretty quickly. 4 on 3. These Deagles not finding anything. That AWP that was given over to Brokey doing damage. Twist wants to hold on to the M4, and he just sees Nico there down here in middle. That's now an AK that Hampus could look to get his hands on. And I think Twist has dropped the M4 down here towards the lower tunnels while retrieving the AK. That looks to be the case. That's a nice little bit of teamwork, isn't it?
Yeah, you'd never see that in your MM matches, but you can observe it here at the pro level of play.
I like this tightly contested race between Threat and Kirby.
Yeah, it's the one that no one saw coming, but boy, did you get it right here towards the end of the season. You're all very lucky and fortunate for that. Just remember. Yeah, Molotov not ideal. Rain correcting his wrongs. So respect for that. My teammates would just go the other way. Leave me out there to fry. Strawless vs Fnatic. Now there's a teaser we can give. September 18th.
Wait, when's that?
Oh, wow, that's today. It's a Friday.
No way.
Nuts, man.
9
It's
PM.
just a couple hours away. So, Astralis Fnatic fans, fear not. Will Astralis continue the domination they've shown with their current iteration of the lineup? Or will Fnatic knife them into the next realm? We'll know in due time.
Not before we find out where this series is going, and that's still up in the air. That's still...
This has got overtime.
tongue.
3 maps written all over it, Hugo.
Yeah. Might do, but NiP falling short a little bit here. Money has again been a problem for them in this entire game.
Yeah, and there's nothing scarier than 2 teams with nothing to lose.
Two guns, that's it here for NiP. Boost for Hampus on B. It's going to push the apartments. Good round to do so. FaZe of no one here. Twist on the connector. NiP crucially not giving any kills away in middle, just waiting for FaZe to come to them, making them call a gamble. And Nico might have made the right one. He's going up into ladder. This looks like an A split for FaZe. B is definitely more open, but already a kill going their way. That will send them into A. Twist is waiting for the smoke to fade. Scope HUD on Brokey. Twist. Oh, he gets the shot. Cold is gone, and he gets the backup into the A site as well. Far from a commitment, but if Rain finds kills on the lurk here, that will certainly incentivize FaZe to take the site. No one's even looking. No one's even considering. No one's in the open, but now they are. Two of them. Shot in the back is threat. Rez can't follow up, and Rain looking at the spawn, looking for Twist. He's got him as well. 3K opener on the A site for Rain. Doesn't matter where the bomb goes now. Hampus is a long way away. He's pushed B to under. And the bomb is coming back through middle on its own. Oh no, this could all fall apart. If Hampus turns around, he's been spotted though. That should be fine. Rain's done the damage and it's finished off by Brokey. Oh, if he was looking at top mid, that could have been the bomb dropped and a chance to clutch. Even an orb for free there. And NiP only 2 guns though, so they make it interesting, but they won't get it over the line. Waiting for those gun rounds.
Yeah, man, they do make it interesting though.
Gun buys, man. There's something special about them. These are the fan cams. We have a magician at the top. Look at that.
Now that's cool. Like, to say that there's not entertainment at every turn here is a lie. Like, we got magicians now.
Yeah, what other esports events got magicians? Not just magics or magisk, but an actual magician.
Oh, look at this, man. This fast A play. They've tried to do some magic of their own, but NiP standing pretty tall. That is until Nico and coldzera get involved. Threat and Plopsky left in a 2-on-3, but 2 of these players on the other side are very, very low. Threat's rotated in through jungle. Plopsky tagged by that Molotov. Brokey would have heard that. So he knows that there's a guy nearby in CT.
A lot of free room here, but as soon as Threat takes a shot, he's going to get pivoted on from the connector. I say that. He takes down coldzera, but it doesn't matter. Plopsky's falling on the other side. Threat going for the clutch. 1-on-2. Nico on 2 HP. See the smoke drop, but the flank is there, and it's Nico that comes out victorious, as well as FaZe, who put themselves up on 14. NiP at the deficit. And man, I can't believe some of you would have picked NiP.
I gotta say, man, like, Threat's actually, like, you know, stand-up guy, like, right now. He's doing well. He's putting up the kills he needs to. Like, yeah, he's not winning any rounds single-handedly, right? But
he's doing his part.
He's here, yeah. And, you know, it's not like he's, like, got 3 kills to his name. He's, like, being, you know, like, taking guns off of anyone else. They're using him like a little bank account. He's taken the Mag 7 in this round. And he's going to be holding ramp with it. Now, it's a fast mid play for FaZe. Looking like they want to split this B site, so we're not going to see much from Threat and the boys over towards A. Instead, we're looking at Hampus to somehow hold down this B site, but he is getting flooded from every possible angle. He's still darted out into the open and does find one. That's bought a little bit of time for Twist to move in. He's grabbed the AK, he's in with a second, and somehow we're into a 2-on-2. There might still be a chance here for NiP. This was a round they absolutely had no business picking up. They had one guy in that B bomb site. Hampus able to buy time and get away with a kill, and then that allows Twist to double up. It's made it a little bit feasible here for NiP.
Keb was in the open. He just moved to safety. Plopsky almost caught the timing. He has a kit as well. And so creeping up Cat, no one's even watching it right now. From the apartments, Brokey holding on. Oh, I think he may have got that info. Now he definitely has with a shot connecting. Plopsky has to hide. Molly pushes Brokey out. And Rez now making noise in the apartments. Kiebi's got the kill. That was a crucial round for FaZe. Finding 15 on NiP's map pick. Oh boy, this could all be coming to a close sooner than we wanted.
Yeah, you said it, Hugo, and you said the words right out of my mouth. We're looking at what is NiP's map pick, and what that spells for the rest of the series is a little bit of unease. FaZe, though, got them right where they want them at this point, map point even. 15-10, we look at Nuke next, and should we have to, there will be Inferno. And I'm not going to write that off considering what we're seeing out of NiP at this point.
Yeah, this is you know, I was going to say the word confidence boosting, but at this point in the season, it doesn't really matter for FaZe if they're confident or not. They're already out of playoff contention, but this is a game that it's, you know, it's good for the mental state of FaZe if they were to win, right? Losing to a coach is never a fun one.
I want to jump on the hype train here with you, but I think you guys already left the station, so I'm just going to kick it back over here. I just, you know, Hugo, not to be the contrarian, but being excited about the confidence building potential of this game
Yeah, that's why I immediately...
It's one of those things where you say it and then you realize,
not really sure.
well, they are guaranteed last or second to last.
Really matter.
And then obviously all the roster change
I just
stuff
think it, you know, it wouldn't have done FaZe any more good to lose to a team with a coach. Now, obviously, that's still a possibility. We're only on map 1 of the series, but FaZe, they want to close this out here and now, and they might just. Hampus gets wall-banged. Cole follows up. Great double entry. Flash to Con as well. Can allow Brokey to jump across, and he's got the shot to Twist. It's just Threat. 1-on-3. Low HP. Cold is gone, and now Threat in with a chance. But this is going to have to be a big clutch to keep NiP in their map pick. Tagged on the jump. Kiebi cleans up, and FaZe take NiP's pick of Mirage. Like you said, Trace, Nuke is just on the corner, just around the corner, just on the horizon. And so we're going to be taking a quick break and jumping into that after a sec.
Right on in with Harry Russell's sweet undertone somewhere along the line.
Ooh, yeah. Here we go. We got Rain. He's gone outside. Now that's a nice P250. Rain, and he's putting it to good use as well. Rain's a man of class, you know. He's got a nice little arsenal that he's sitting on. And
he's sitting on what? A nice set of what, Harry?
Didn't realize that one till it came on out, but
Hampus got 99 in 1 by Rain outside. Just
yeah. Oh, well, Plopski and Rez gonna deal with Rain and his nice P2. So the crossfire of Cold and Brokey put up the kills needed to keep this in the advantage of FaZe. It's Threat all alone in a 1v3, but he's got a smoke and a kit, and that is a recipe for a ninja defuse if you've ever seen one. Let's see. Come on, Thready boy, let's bring the heat here. He's waiting outside of the site, gets spotted by the player at ramp, and he's dead. So Brokey locking it in with 3. FaZe getting the pistol.
Good stuff. Other than a win versus Spirit just the other day, 3 days ago for FaZe, in a series they lost 2-1. Other than that one map on Nuke, the FaZe won, they are on a 6-loss streak. So I guess I really manipulated the statistics there. But yeah, Nuke has been a bit of a rough place for FaZe. Obviously, this is a very difficult group, right? Their opponents have been Mouseboard, Astralis, Fnatic. So, you know, teams that on face value or name value FaZe should be able to compete with, but compete with they did not. Force up for NiP. It's not like they're Nuke veterans either. Not right now. Twist did show us those outside smokes just a minute ago. And boy, they're going to be needed, especially for FaZe coming down early and going towards lower width. And Rez is waiting in the wings. Ooh, he sees a face, and he's going to try and take it off, but the CZ spray is not the best. Brokey's going to get that kill. Threat back up the vent, avoiding death. Twist trying to finish the job. Brokey's so low with a load of utility, all of the grenades for FaZe, so his departure would be a big issue. Twist falling through the sky with the shot to Kiebi. It's crazy stuff as NiP set up for what will be a retake.
Yeah, they've been able to get it into this 3-on-3. I don't know how. Twist is like from Wanted or The Matrix or something. And now we got Threat moving in to control. He's here with that 5-7, looking to put it to good use, but his 2 teammates coming in from ramp. They need Threat to draw the attention in, and so that's what he might look to do here, dancing around between window and the double door. Now making his presence known. Plopski gonna get the better of Rain. 2 players tucked in over here in dark. They know that Brokey's here as well, and he's not able to hold the line. It is a 4-spy victory for NiP. This has happened in every single pistol on both maps now.
He's got it.
You gotta make some sense of it, please.
No, it's impossible.
Oh man, you're always the voice of Raisin.
Raisin, yeah, dude. Voice of Raisin. Okay, well, yeah, I've got nothing to make of that one, Harry. Look at this shot from Twist. Look at the second kill. Or maybe, yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, it's this one. Look at this. He hits them with the...
Haha, psych. Oh, dear. Well, yeah, he hit a drop shot onto...
Yeah, it was sick. You'll just have to take our word for it.
Believe
us.
Sick, man. Trust me, we were watching, even if you weren't. Right, FaZe forcing. Welcome to the party. If you missed the previous map, this is all we saw. Forces back and forth on both sides. NiP often won the wars, but we're actually left battered and bruised and poor as a result. Cold flashing into A. Kevin straight out. He won't check the back vent though. Popsky gets away with one. Threat is yet to be spotted. He's yet to be seen, but he'll fall into Brokey. And Brokey doubles up. 3 with a Galil. Lovely stuff. He's going to have to ace clutch though. 1 on 2. Main smoke has a big gap. Brokey jumps over it rather, and drops down under to B. Plant will be allowed. The hunt is coming through for NiP. Hampus in the vent. Twist joining him late. Plant is in. Does Brokey go back? The door is still wide open. He's not even looking at it, considering Ramp shutting the door. Hampus gonna have to make some noise now, and he does. Straight into the gunfight. Brokey wins a one-on-one. 10-1, looking to clutch out with the ace. It's just Twist. Same position, late to the party. Brokey waits. He's patient, but timing is everything. Looking away, and then getting re-peaked. That's a sad round for Brokey. Great effort, but he can't put it over the line. The force for FaZe falls back.
Brokey versus NiP, who would have thought? He needed the ace to win that round, didn't he? So it's not like they're asking a lot of him. Hey, look, it's an ESCA ad. And I tell you what, ESCA is pretty lit. Hugo, we often find ourselves roaming the servers late at night.
Yeah, very late at night.
Like 3 a.m., real gamer hours. You'll be surprised at the amount of pro players that are also on the real gamer hour schedule. Be like 5 a.m. and you'll come up against, you know, I don't even know, man. Like
FaZe.
Yeah, literally. That's what it feels like sometimes.
Especially with these 1Ds. Nico destroying Hampus. Fast down B. FaZe have reinvested again. They're going to go quick down the ramp room. Twist trying to stall. FaZe won't drop lower, though. They've got this control, and they'll hang on to it. Man advantage. They know they've adjusted NiP's rotations. They're going to continue to mess with them. Nico, drop by the org outside. Rez goes back to hell. Popsky's watching from the locker side. And FaZe, they could just go right up the ladder. Nothing stopping them, but they go for the fight, and they will come to regret it. Kills all in the favor of the Swedes. 2 up, 1 up, and it's Brokey again. Not going to be an ace, but he needs a 1-on-4.
Look at where the bomb dropped as well. It fell out the window. Like, how is that even possible? Brokey's got to offer up something special here. And Rez holding down CT. Well, Brokey is going to spot him, but he can't win that fight. So NiP, they find 2 back-to-back. They're feeling good now. They're kind of getting excited by the prospect of FaZe finally having to take an eco. Wait, actually, wait, that'd be 3 in a row, wouldn't it? What would the back-to-back force buys from FaZe?
Yes, indeed. And then back again.
Also, all of FaZe, excluding Brokey, sitting on 4 kills. Brokey with 11.
One-man army right now. He was the top performer of Mirage as well. Him and Nico were looking good. NiP not wanting to give away this series in 2. They want to bring us to Inferno. Every good series ends, but will this be a good series? Well, we have to wait and see. Will FaZe make things competitive? Probably not in this round. Pistols outside. Popsky with a deep nade. Not bad at all. Hampus about to get the info that FaZe are just around the corner. There's the flash and the peek. Yeah, he dodges it. There's definitely a few outside. NiP have realized that at least. Hampus goes a little too far, and Nico takes off his head. His Deegs have looked crispy indeed, but cold. Made quick work of. More nades onto Rain. He's down to 8. 3 Deegs versus the Rifles. Ooh, Wait, where's he gone?
What? No, man, that's unreasonable. Rain, the shadow teaser. But he gets what he deserves. Rez gonna go ahead and deal with him, leaving Nico all alone, but he does get some quick revenge for Raid onto Rez. Nico, you've seen this Deagle deliver. He's got a mouse board sticker of old, back when it was Nico Sports on this weapon. What's he gonna be able to do? Need him to roll back the years here. 15 seconds, so he needs that bomb plant, and this A site is the furthest thing from clear. Threat, gonna best him in the head-to-head. NiP, they take a 4th, they deal with the Deagles. It's pretty damn costly, though. And so if you're FaZe, you're gonna take that. Those nades were beautiful outside, they really were. Also, Rain with the cheeky little shadow swivel.
That was just a very weird round where FaZe way outside. They get a lot of value from those pistols, but now it's up to the guns. Smoke's outside. Yeah. Crossing is Rez, not just crossing, he's pushing through the smoke with the flash. Nico blind, and Rez, he had an opportunity, he had a chance, but he misses the shot. Nico tucks behind cover. Late smokes for FaZe. Got to get past Rez though, Nico knows it. A does almost nothing. Rez tucks back safely into main with the door blown off. They have to care about A, but FaZe are about to make this blindingly clear with the smokes coming down outside. No fake about it, they're crossing behind. As you expect, Twist with a random shot through the smoke kills Nico. FaZe aren't going to be committing to lower. They're mollying heaven, and they're going to be coming in through main, fast and furious. Propsky on top of the silo. They're actually wrapping deep as well. Rain's going CT with the bomb on his back, climbing up above. Oh, there's a gap. Oh, lovely stuff. Twist with a second through a smoke, but this time he could see Cold Zero. Rain needs this kill, and they're coming in from below as well. Kievi in the lobby. Propsky's pushed hard, and this is all falling apart for FaZe. It's all been too little and too late. Brokey caught in main. Rain spotted Hellside as well. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide, and they're pouncing him outside. Propsky, oh dear, Rain does get the shot eventually, but now he's pinched, and Rez is going to take him down. Free AK upgrade and a 5-1 lead, NiP in control.
Well, that third map of Inferno might be possible after all if NiP can keep this up, right? And that is exactly what we wanted. Brokey going aggressive, but the flashes are good, and Hampus just rushes them down. He's in with 3. And for FaZe, it's back to the drawing board here. They've been churned up in this this partial investment.
What are they drawing?
At this point, mate, I don't even know. I couldn't tell you. I don't know how to solve it. I don't know what the problem even is, but they're just getting annihilated right now. Honestly, like, FaZe, they play a lot of nuke, like a lot of nuke. And even though like they went through this kind of like period of making the games pretty close, as of late, it feels like it's turned into a pretty sour map for them. You know, they were finally able to pick up a win the other day versus Team Spirit. That's actually a pretty sick victory to get, honestly.
Woo, go FaZe.
Other than that, right? Like, you know, they've got losses versus like Fnatic, Mouse, Vitality, Heroic, Big.
Anyone else? Or
Complexity.
Ah, there it is. Yeah.
Any more?
That's it in the last few months, at least.
It's like in Happy Gilmore when Adam Sandler is beating up Bob Barker and Sandpit. Perhaps you guys are a little young for that one, but...
No, man, I watched Happy Gilmore just a long while ago. Oh, Nico, though.
That's sick.
Happy Killmore, more like. Well, it's only one, isn't it? 6 on the board for NiP.
Nico's the king of getting like 1 kill outside and then losing the round.
It's just enough of a kill, right? You're like, oh, well, he's about to go on one right here. Nope.
Ah. NiP, they've been good at, you know, knowing when to peel off when things get a bit dangerous. You know, they have gone for these fights outside. That's not even going for a fight, by the way. You're playing CT, you're getting 1D. Like, come on. Yeah, exactly.
Got caught sleeping.
But yeah, NiP have been doing a good job of like peeling back and not over-aggressing in the yard when FaZe have been waiting with these pistols. But now FaZe, this is it. You've got another buy. You've got to do something with it. It's about time. NiP, they cross a player to Secret. Hampus is in a great position with Rez drawing attention. He's on the AWP as well. Worth noting, when we saw Twist AWP primarily in this team, he would never play it on nuke. He would always give it over. And so that's somewhat holding true now. It's not Hampus taking it, it's Rez. Obviously, at one point, donning this weapon as the main man. And now back in the hand, he's going to go for a shot outside. Boost up for Nico. But yeah, I'm liking how much free free-flowing fluidity we're seeing on this AWP.
Free-flowing fluidity.
Yeah, maybe
now.
too many
Triple F.
That's,
Save your Fs for FaZe Clan.
That was not a bad one.
You know, you got to respect him, Trace, obviously, is where I'm going with that.
Yeah. Sure, man. It's your hole that you've dug, and now you will wallow in it. Here's a bigger shovel. Help yourself. Hampus. Caught in secret, and he's about to have the lineup of the Sentry. If he can just hold this line. He's got a T-sided red on lock.
Yep, he breaks his silent, was about to go 0-7, now 1-6 with the entry into A. Hampus has a dirty one-way, flash back out, but Cold had just re-peeked into the angle, and Twist is running. They're going to hear this. Kjaerbye's waiting for it, and he has the shot. Does he expect Threat as well? Oh dear, Kjaerbye turning his attention. Threat with the drop. Oh, it almost gets dropped, but he takes it instead. And the quick shot from Rez won't connect. 8 seconds for this plant, and Cold has already killed Threat on that lobby lurk, so they won't be able to stop the bomb plant. Rez outside with a save. He does take one down with him. Does that tempt him anymore?
Rez, just do it. Do it to him. Come on.
Just wallbang him right here, man.
Yeah,
I've seen nothing do it. Why can't you do it? I'm just kidding. Welcome back, everybody, to the ESL Pro League. Take a little bit of a different turn here. As FaZe put a second up on the board, showing us that they do have a little bit of life left still in them. A little gas in the tank. A little petrol in the bank. Harry, what you think?
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, it's early days. 2 on the board for FaZe. And they're up against the guys who slay NiP. Of course. They've been able to keep this in their favor thus far. That's the thing, NiP aren't like a bad nuke team, right? It's not a map that they lean into like an incredible amount, and it's not one that their stats look incredible on either. So I know I haven't set this up well, but in every one of those games that they've played, it's always been very, very close. If you remember, back at Cologne, we had that NiP big game.
NiP game.
Yeah, that lasted.
How can we ever forget the big
It went. Well, Trace, you weren't here for this one.
No, I was. I was here, but I wasn't here.
Well, okay, yeah, you weren't on the desk. You missed out on that 54-round belter of a nuke game.
Oh, no, I watched the entire thing.
And that's the thing, you know, like they were able to close that out eventually, and then they've gone on to play a few other teams here in the Pro League. You know, they lost narrowly to Complexity and Mouse Sports on this map, 13-16 in both of those. And it's like, you think about it, and those are good nuke teams that you're up against, right? So, you know, I think that NiP fielding a good half thus far is kind of to be expected. Because, you know, even though FaZe, they play this map like in every series they can, it's not one that the results look very good on at all.
No, we were actually talking about this, though, coming into this game off camera as well. FaZe, if you look at the numbers, if you look at the stats for every map, their highest win percentage out of the 7-map pool is 33%. Oh. That's not great right now. And, ooh, they're going to get a messy entry out A. Cost them rain. Molly comes in late. Cold is out the hut as well. There's a player in heaven. He's got to deal with Threat on the lobby lurk. Again, he could catch the bomb. Brokey's trying to find it in the smoke, and he gets out alive. Threat in a great position to do damage here. Dodging the flashes. FaZe yet to cross. That smoke giving Threat room, but he doesn't want to run the gun. He wants to wait. Still got plenty of teammates up as well. He's now out by the vent.
That heaven smoke, that could have been something to work with here for NiP. Yeah, they're just going to fake the bomb plant, draw a little bit of utility. Just trying to spot where everyone's from now. With Threat peeking, he gets a lot of information, even though he doesn't get the kill. It's Rez with the trade, and Hampus can chime in as well. Over a minute, or just under a minute, rather. And Brokey's got it all to do. 1-on-3. Spots the player in the hut. Knows there's one in heaven. And Rez just peeking and eventually getting the kill for Mini.
Great info from Threat, right? As you say, he gets the peek. He sees 2 on the site. He knows there's a 3rd planting because they've already heard him upper. And then because of that info, he calls to Hampus, like spam the box, spam the hut. He's by the box. Hampus gets the immediate trade on the close player. And then even Hampus spamming at the end, it does damage to Brokey moving off. So that slows him down, stops his movement. Rez hits the shot. Again, like Threat, he's not like dropping 30 kills, but he's finding ways to have impact in this game, and that's great to see.
And Hugo, let's be honest right there. That whole squeaky door situation in that round could have went horribly south.
Yeah, and it might get worse here on out. Fast out A. Oh, Rez with a flick shot. They're actually a man down still, and Rain has made it worse. Twist does catch Nico on the ramp lurk, but again, FaZe in A. This time with a plant, it's gone a lot better than before. The retake is on, NiP on the clock.
Oh, but Cold with his Tech 9, gonna make quick work of Hampus. This is FaZe in with the third, and the fast A play works wonders. I would love to see like FaZe just call in a more aggressive style, full stop, right? Like a lot of these rounds have culminated with like these very slow outside plays that come into like pushing in the final 30 seconds. And it feels like NiP are just whittling them down every single time they try and head outside. And then like in these times where we've seen FaZe maybe pick up the pace a little bit, that's where they found a lot of these successes. You know, not giving NiP time to get a read on the situation, figure out what's going on. If you just hit them while they're in that early default, FaZe are finding a lot of success from it. So now we got the AWP in Brokey's hands. Big fan of that. He's taking it ramp side and he's looking for a peek, but NiP are pushing this side of the map with 2 players. They even drop a man down into B out of the gate. Now, FaZe already losing a player early on. They're trying to deal with Hampus, who still let loose outside here with this M4. Brokey didn't find anything at ramp, and NiP, they haven't actually pushed it just yet. Rez down here in the vent. Come up a little bit later, and Plopsky catching Kierby with the MP9. Oh dear.
Rez is here. Smoke down, but he can be a real nuisance in the vent if they drop and the bomb given to him with a gun. They don't even realize. No one even reacts. And Rez gets the bomb and the round under his control in the palm of his hand. Cold. 1-on-4. Molly in the door. No getting out there for free. And not even the ramp flank to give him a way back in. Threat has pushed, but not given up the kill. He's hiding in the trophy room. They don't know where Cold is. And they're giving him the room knowing that bomb is lost. This is such a difficult situation to sort out for Cold. What can he possibly do? Getting out into A, but no one's close. Time is ticking, 30 on the clock. Threat's pushing lobby now. He's got that flank into play, and now they know that Cold might be out in A. Twist is going to be ready, aware, holding, and he's hit the shot. NiP 8-3. Great CT-sided hold, like you said, Harry, kind of what we expected from NiP here. They put up one hell of a fight, but FaZe, man, back to the door, back to death. They've done it 3 times in a row. Only one of them working out. I'd love to see FaZe go back outside, man. Think about the D grounds for Nico. Think about the impact they've had there. I know...
Me and you have very differing opinions on that one there, Hugo.
Why is that, Harry?
I just don't think these outside rounds have been convincing at all. I think, you know, that's normally where the problems start, and then they have to try and change it up. You know, I think you need to be challenging outside, because otherwise Hampus is just kind of taking it away from you, like he's done that again, right? He definitely needs someone here. But I don't know if these slow outside crawls are really doing FaZe too many favors. I don't know, you know, there's always a chance that... that's it, they're back in with a fast A play. Now, I'm a big fan of these, but it's not a fake. Sorry, it is a fake, rather, as now they head into the ramp, and they do get past Twist, but my word, if they sustain some casualties along the way...
He's done enough. He's done just enough. That leaves Cold Syrup and Nico in a really rough spot. He could potentially get this bomb planted, but Hampus is going to be able to swing open that door as soon as he hears it, and with the window broken, he could even sneak out. Very wary, Nico and Coldzera find themselves. Trying to find the appropriate avenue into the site. Now Nico's going to take this fight. Hampus probably jumped out of his chair on that one.
Yeah, Nico can plant, but oh dear, there's no cover. Ooh, Cold looks away. Now he looks back, but Nico's still dropped on the plant.
No
That's a dangerous one. Oh dear, now just Cold in a clutch. 1-on-2 in the site. Threat's coming in on the back line. Cold hunting the kill. He might just have it, but Threat winning the 1-on-1 against Coldzera. Lovely stuff onto NiP. And Harry, I want to go back to that discussion because the reason I say it, well, there's 2 reasons. One, the Deagle rounds of FaZe have played slow, have at least come up with kills. And 2, when you go outside, there's so many ways. We see good nuke teams all the time now. There's so many ways to take outside. It's not just coming down to, oh, throw the same red cross smokes and go secret. Now we see the secret takes and then fakes back to A with Kierby lurking lobby. We can see those wide smokes that FaZe do know that land towards main, allowing you to get garage control. There's so many different ways you can take that outside control and use it against NiP.
Let's see, right? They're going to try and run the gauntlet here outside, and they might be able to get down. Plopsky is back here, and the smokes, running perfect. They do get down. They've gotten into B. Hugo, you might be onto something after all. Let's see. Here come the rotations. They're fast. Plopsky out in the open, gets a lot of damage off, but only one kill. Threat in with another, and we're into this 3-on-3. It's gotten a little bit silent now down on the B site as FaZe temporarily halt this progress. They try and go back, and they're getting wrapped from Secret. Now, Brokey has darted up the vent to come in with an A-side plan. But Hampus is already considering this and has rotated into main early. Here's that bomb going down. He could have caught a time in there. But because they didn't know that Kjaerbye was still down on B, his peak comes in a little bit late. Rez pushing in through the ramp room. Brokey holding for it already. And this has gotten very, very awkward for NiP. Hampus is waiting for this fight. Timing is everything now, and he does get bested by Kjaerbye. Left onto Rez, who has dealt with Brokey back in the lobby. Now just Kjaerbye left to beat. Smoke on the bomb to try and bait a peek. He's even tapped it, and he's really sold this fake, but he misses the spray. Drops, flashes. Kjaerbye with the kill, and FaZe fined for the outside play. The prescription provided by Hugo B. Byron, our resident doctor, has worked wonders here.
But not actually, so don't take medical advice from him. However, he was onto something there, Harry.
Yeah, man, I got to give it to him. Hugo, you asked for it, you got it. There it is, man. New coach of FaZe, incoming assistant coach, Dianco.
New assistant to the assistant coach of FaZe.
Now that would be, that's a
title
move right
Did
there.
you board the Titanic, you know, halfway through its journey? I wouldn't.
What?
I don't know, there's a joke in there.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Figure it out. Fast A again for FaZe. This time they're collapsing, they're crushing. And NiP with threat at the back of the site puts up a double off the 5-7. FaZe looking for 5.
Some of your better work, Hugo.
Thanks, dude. Oh, dear.
We'll revisit this in just a moment, because
Please
Rez and Twist on for the 2v3. They dealt with Brokey. Double AWP in the retake. We often say, this ain't ideal. But right now, NiP, they're looking to make the deal anyway. Smoke down here, over towards main. Nico's pushed through it, but this could give a kill over. Half the time ticked off the bomb. If NiP were ever going to go for this, they need to be making a move, and it does just look like it will be this save for the Swedes. There's the kill to Nico, but with no kits, there's just no time. So Cold is going to get this one in the bag. And yeah, Hugo, you're actually related to the Titanic, aren't you?
Yeah, the ship, actually. I'm related to the ship. He was a great brother of mine, you know, just really old.
Like, is a really good brother, or is just like...
No, just really, great in both ways. I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole.
mean,
I don't want you to hold me accountable for the words that leave my mouth.
Really left you hanging out there, didn't it?
Yeah, maybe. Better than
Really
sinking.
let you down to the depths.
God. You know, I wanna believe in FaZe, but if Nico doesn't believe in FaZe, if he is actually leaving, then, well, I mean, maybe, like Harry said in the pre-match, that could be a good thing for FaZe at this point if they bring in a different in-game leader. Whole nother discussion. I was going to make a point. It was about Rez, and the point was, man, it's a shame there's like 15 AWPers on this team, because I'd love to see more of this from Rez. Look again, missed shot though. He's not doing me justice. He's already dead. I may have jinxed the man, and Reigns followed up through the smoke as well, catching Hampus. Shame to see. FaZe finding 6 though, potentially. That's what they're gunning for at the end of the half. But Rez has been on another one, 19-7. Really, really good in this game up until I broke him. And FaZe, they're breaking NiP. They're looking for a 6th round. It should just be offered up. Plopsky with a shotgun, not the range for it, but he gets away with a kill. AK dropped. This will be one hell of a clutch.
Yeah, it's plain sailing now down through these murky waters at the B-bomb site. And you know, FaZe, they are wondering, would the iceberg let us? They've been able to get in regardless.
Oh, will Plopsky pass? It doesn't look like it. Collision course was just inevitable. And we're gonna be going to a break, which is also inevitable. You know that the wrap-up is here, and we're gonna be coming right back. That's the fan cams. You know how to get there. And we'll be right back with some more FaZe Clan action. But more so, Hugo Byron.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Hey, no problem. And, you know, we just kind of wanted to extrapolate and expand on some of the comments you said in the first half.
No, let's not do that.
We could also stray away from that.
Good idea.
Now, you could steer clear of the iceberg, or you could go right into it. What's it going to be?
I don't know, man. I'm just going to close my eyes and hope for the best here. That's what... That's what the doctor has prescribed. It's a bit of a fast ramp. Cold, he's going to drop B as well. He wants out of this. He wants nothing to do with it. And a smoke on one side to buy himself a bit of a gap. He's going to go inside of it, not going for the fight, trying to body block. They're going to overrun him. Yeah, they knew where he was. There wasn't much imagination left there for NiP. A bomb plant on B, a pistol round looking good. FaZe with full armor on the retake. Oh, dearie me. Quite the calamity.
Calamity ensues. Hilarity perhaps after.
Oh dear, Rain, he's out past the Molotov. There's a player above him. Nico's got a shot as well. No way FaZe is going to get this retake. Surely not. Time is ticking. The Brokey is clicking, and he's got the kill as well. They actually do it. Wow. The Mad Lads in the B bomb site. A man down. No kit required. It should be fine for FaZe.
Oh, calculated, Hugo.
Not even close, Trace.
Not even remotely close.
Yeah, that's I'm impressed. FaZe get that done, right? Obviously, the molly for threat, I like the idea there, but it comes in a bit late, and, you know, Rain pushes right in front of it. That opens the wormhole for FaZe as they overrun the B bomb site. NiP were playing heavy in the secret, and that was no secret. Force up for NiP. They did this back on Mirage. We've had force by wars in every half, the start of which in this series. FaZe, they won their T pistol, and NiP immediately won the second, as was tradition in both of the previous maps.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, both of the previous pistols in the previous map. We got there in the end.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Look at this, Hampus. Parkourist by nature, but not by name. Otherwise, he'd be Ham Parkourist. And so here he is up on top of main. They try and get across outside. And they're kind of still alive. They're kind of still kicking. And actually, they do beat Brokey. Surely, we don't have more Force by Wars, Hugo. Surely not.
Don't call me Shirley. Oh, it's getting close. Trades back and forth. Now just 2 for FaZe. Somehow, some way, NiP have continued the curse. It has not been lifted. This load has been dropped on the head of FaZe, and it's crushing them. Threaten heaven with the bomb. And double ramp for FaZe. This is a done round, right? Like, they've lost A. I don't see them retaking with Cold on 10 health. Maybe they'll have a look and give it a go, but good luck. What a weird game this is. 4 pistol rounds for FaZe in this series. 4 second rounds for NiP in this series. They've done it to him every single time. Why they got to do them like that?
It's kind of remarkable, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've never seen it happen like this. Every single pistol round. But hey, there's a first time for everything. And then there's even more times after that.
Times are tough for FaZe. The economy not being nice to them. And $1,500 a player is not where you want to be. NiP wielding these AKs. This is a big reason why. Obviously, they've done it on both halves. But NiP, they love their second round AK buys if they get the bomb plant and the pistol, right? Get 2 or 3 rifles, wreak havoc, couple of individuals shining. That's what's put NiP in this position right now. 10 rounds and looking for a better T side than FaZe. That might be achievable at this point. Despite it being FaZe's map pick, they're broke here. This could and should be 11 for NiP. They're going to run outside once again. Late smoke's being lined up, so they've crossed to red, but they'll go no further until those ones land. Nico going to try and put a stop to things.
The unison on those smokes, man, like perfectly attuned. Threat is like the dance mum of NiP, and he's like got them all well drilled on these timings. And step 1. And now this B play can come through for NiP. FaZe are none the wiser, but they have preemptively put bodies here. Brokey being one of them. The other gonna find himself over towards control, and that's Rain. He's got to somehow dig FaZe. Well, instead, it's actually just the bomb plant for NiP with 5 alive. And the only action that could come in is maybe Cold at ramp can get something. Maybe Nico holds for Twist, moving out a secret. But these are the only fights that are going to be offered up to the FaZe clan as NiP charge forward onto an 11th.
Yeah, but right there, like, is another example of a different outside take. We sometimes, you know, top teams like Astralis and stuff, they'll go outside not 15 rounds in a row, but as many times as they can because it's just such a great position on this map. And right there, like, even though FaZe rotate too lower, they don't actually know what NiP have done. They just see the smokes. That's all they see in the round, and 5 players sneak behind them. NiP deny all the information. And to be fair, when FaZe tried to cross behind red smokes, there were deaths to spam. You know, I remember Twist from Hell killing Nico through the smoke. So there's always risks with every kind of play, but the reward is what NiP get out of that round, an 11th. And FaZe's money still yet to be built up as well. Well called T-side to begin, but we're early days. We're going to see what FaZe can do about putting a solution into the mix. Zeus on Brokey. These guns saved for FaZe. NiP back with the outside smokes, but they're not committing this time. Nico with his smoke spam revenge, but now FaZe know that it's not a lower play, not through outside at least. It might still be on B, but NiP have to take you through the ramp room. Cold is late here. He's left to help outside. That's given a lot of room to the Swedes. He's here at the right time to put a stop to them, but he misses his shot, and Twist follows up. Now B is open.
Yeah, Nico getting here nice and early, though. Does get bested by Threat, who could get caught by Brokey. Does USP him out of the round, and now has an M4 to play with. Rain sneaking through the decon smoke. Puts a couple of deke shots in the head of NiP. And somehow, some way, FaZe on that... I was going to say partial investment, but it wasn't even that. It was literally just the saved guns and then like a deagle, and then that was the extent of the buy. They're able to find themselves another, as they now put 8 on the board. One of the other reasons I love Threat is that his name is Bjorn, and there needs to be more Bjorns in Counter-Strike.
Bjorn to frag.
Bjorn to frag, feeling Bjorny. These are all phrases.
Threatening indeed. It's Threat that we need, and he's back with the Deeg. Sat in the lobby. Hampus has already crossed. Nico had no idea he'd made it down already. Lovely stuff. Brokey with the AWP outside. Needs to put a stop to things, but Rez perfect peeks it. Man, Rez on the AWP has just been nuts today. This is crazy stuff. Rain gets peeked by Plopsky. He was waiting for the secret fight, not one up close. And now the A attack comes. Kiebi only with one, and it's all on Cold Zero, who is a long way away. Heaven mollied. An outside taken. Hampus crossing. He's got the kill onto him, but Cole might just want to save off the back of that. Might be his best call, hang around for exit. And like, yeah, you know, I'm going to keep going back to it because it is really nice to see. Nork, great AWPer, wish him well. Twist, giving up the primary weapon. Hampus has even taken it on maps like Inferno for NiP, the third map of the series that NiP are trying to get there. We will see Hampus on B without AWP, especially in the double AWPs. But right now it's Rez reaping the reward, taking names, decimating with this weapon. He's known to be a bit of an AWPer in his time, but yeah, it's been a long time since we've seen it in his hands. It's a great success. 12 rounds for NiP. FaZe, once again, just waiting for loss bonus. That's all they've got.
Terrorists win.
I don't know, man. Getting to Inferno feels inevitable at this point in time, doesn't it? Right? Like, NiP, they're looking real good. They're responding well. FaZe, while they've been able to upset like in 1 or 2 of these rounds, their money's just always been in a really rough spot. And now, like, CT side, this late in the game, the danger with your money always being in this place is that you can just get run down at the end of the half. Like, you can have your economy reset, then you finally, you have to wait around, you get a buy, you reset again if you lose that, and then suddenly, like, the game's over before you've even really feel like you've got to play a half of Counter-Strike. Now, to say there's a gap in that smoke is an understatement. It's more like there's a smoke slightly in the way of that gap. And somehow Hampus actually still has gotten down. Twist as well is already out by the CT vent. That could spell disaster for Kirby if he gives any more of a hint. They do catch Hampus down here on the lower flank. Rain, tagged by Twist, but not quite finished off. And so a 4-on-5 right now as FaZe are trying to reclaim some ground here.
Yeah, and I love that the tucking procedure has come back into play there for the game. Just duck your head, stay low, keep moving. Shoot, move, communicate, and kill. That's the name of the game. Speaking of which, it's going to be Cold Sarah set up here at ramp. He's about to have some friends. Or foes, depending how you look at it. It's a threat nonetheless. So he concedes ramp room, falls back down. Lowers not on the cards just yet for NiP. But with Rez outside, there's the opportunity to pinch into upper. Albeit a good crossfire set up from Rain and KRB.
Yeah, that Molly slowed them down as well. Now, Threat does have a Molotov, and oh, the timing on this is brilliant, but he's decided against it. That could have been Rain forced out into the open, but instead he's given free rein to absolutely lock this one in for FaZe.
Well.
9 on the board, and that's such a shame. Not like it was communicated that now we'll just flash it instead and then we'll go. And that is a decision they are going to come to regret.
And plus there's something about, you know, like just standing in Molotovs and fighting. It's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, man, the thing that's so rough about that, right, is like if you're NiP, you really need to be forcing an engagement there, because what ended up happening is like they walk into the site, but they're just walking into like the preset crossfires between FaZe. And so that's exactly what FaZe wanted if they were going to win that round. And like the only way you can kind of navigate that is either by like a stellar individual performance or by using utility to force those crossfires to become a liability for FaZe. And the molly at the CT vent is like one of the most perfect variations of that, because it forces the player out into the eyes of the guys in Squeaky without them ever having to be open to main, vent, you know, rafters, hut. Like you negate all of that and you just force him into your crosshair on your terms. And so that's a bit heartbreaking that molly didn't come through. But, you know, we can forget about it. You know, you're still in the lead if you're NiP. You've still come in with a 4-spy here in round 22.
Of course, you talk about taking aggressive angles, and that's exactly what Rez has done here. The timing isn't going to work out for Brokey, just unscopes. He sees the wall of smokes. NiKo comes up from secret and starts to examine this for himself. A little bit of an investigation. He starts to tap away, but it's Hampus that really dampens NiKo's lifeline in this round. KRB on a fast flank could spell disaster. Smells like it. However, the quick drop is there for NiP. They should be able to get a plan out of this, unless KRB is just too quick, but they know. They know that he's already in the vents. So this element of surprise is compromised. But you got to get the kill. It's kind of how that works. Bomb gets planted for NiP. Twist on 24 HP. Clear line of sight to the bomb. And certainly about to get swarmed. Yeah, pretty much clinical. And I'd say by the book, almost for FaZe on a retake right there. KRB able to get in that vents. He really did keep the doors open of opportunity. 12-10. FaZe want to bring this one back. Perhaps ending it all here.
It would be pretty wild if they are able to turn this back around, right, and get it done in 2. That would be a nice little feat for FaZe.
So tell me what it is that you like about feet, Harry.
Well, you know, man, there's just so much. Where to start? This is a topic I'm heavily invested in, Trace. You know, you got like toes.
Yes.
And then like past that, you know, oh, it's just all uphill from there.
What about your toes? How they're all like kind of connected in the middle?
Yeah, well, you know, that's what happens, right?
You're like half a fish, half human.
See, Harry loves feet, but I'm more of a meters guy.
You're more of a meat guy.
Christ, Trace.
No, meters. It's this other, like,
meters.
like this
Oh.
unit measurement, probably.
Sorry, man. My
off.
hearing's been shot
Look
over
at
here.
this. Rez, he's actually made this feel doable. Oh, but then Nico's like, nah, it ain't doable. It's not doable at all. As he's put them all in the grave. Hampus, what could he do? Kirby's beneath him. Cole's outside now as well. They're all joining Hampus for a party. And he didn't want to be there. 11 on the board for FaZe. Now 1 away from equalizing this out. You got the reinvestment coming through for NiP. Rez with almost 30 kills to his name. Hello. He's having a very good game right now.
Yep.
So maybe with a full buy behind them, he can find some confidence here to re-extend this lead and look to lock in that third map.
That's all you can hope for. Your NiP right here. And right now, so close for FaZe to just tying this one up, getting it, back within contention. The money's looking good. Buy's looking better. Threat, well, $0 and a deagle. That's what we call Deddy. Nico with the taps towards outside. Rez with the response again. Ooh. Keeps on stacking frags. He's got 27 now at the end of that round because Rain takes him on out.
And look at the confidence from Threat, right? Didn't grab the gun. He's pushing with the deagle, and he's trying to teach young gun Brokey how it's done. Now, with Rain challenging him from heaven as well, it's actually a very rough spot for Threat to be in, and he needs some help. Hampus here to try and lend a helping hand. Gets a bit of damage onto Brokey, but Brokey's in with the response, and now Threat becomes a bit of a liability down here beneath heaven. Oh, no, he saw him. He goes back in, does land the first Deke shot, trying to jump it. Now that's some confidence there from Threat. All right, buddy, let's see what you can do. He's moving into the heavens. Twist is looking to commit down through Secret, but Threat still living up to his name. Spots Rain, not quite the killing blow, but he's chasing him down, shooting him in the toes. And in comes the rotation from Twist. 40 seconds left on this clock. Ooh. Bomb's gonna go ahead and try to go down, but Brokey's up here in heaven, blindsiding Threat, catching him in the back. Gonna try and join up with Twist now to chase down this kill at the door, and Threat looking for even more. There's still a man in hot and cold here to deliver. It's 12 on the board for FaZe Clan as coldzera puts up the goods.
Why does it have to be like that? My God. We've got people jump deagling, sneaking around, just up to nonsense.
Yeah, Threat pushes them back really far. He does a great job of keeping the pressure up, the molly as well. They just don't read the fact that Cole comes in on that second ramp rotate, the flank through lobby. 12-12. This was 12-8 in favor of NiP. Bit of a comeback for FaZe. Can they make it, or get it done in 2 rather? It's a fast A play. The flash is really good. Kirby can't see a thing. Double down, and he's dropped on the site. He's actually given the gun up now as they are armed, and boy, they are dangerous. NiP 5-on-3. That could immediately force a save unless FaZe gets something back in this round.
Synergy, an all-time high here for FaZe. Brokey gonna flash him in. They go now. 2 down beneath the heavens. Popski, there's 1. Cold, he needed the trade. Threat actually going to wreck coldzera, and it's all left onto Brokey. Threat, the star of the round, man, running in with the Tech 9. We spend so much of our broadcast ragging on the Tech 9.
No, you.
And we collectively, as 3.
As 2.
As 2, as 3.
Yeah, you and Trace.
Yeah.
No, as Harry and
as
Harry.
Uno, Dos, and Trace, actually.
Yeah, you guys are pretty much thing 1 and thing 2, aren't you?
But Threat just made it work in a brilliant way, man. He opens up with 2 Tech 9 kills to put 13 on the board for NiP in a partial buy. Look at this. Charges him down.
And that's just because the Tech 9 is just so good.
All right, that's taking it too far now.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, come on.
Sorry, guys. We'll keep it serious around here. Bottom right, rather a terrifying scene. I don't even know if that was a duck or a sheep. I don't really know.
Oh, man.
Whoa, man.
Well,
welcome all beings here.
We're all beans here.
We're all beans.
Franks and beans.
Oh, Brokey. Okay, don't know how that one doesn't connect. Brokey's been robbed.
oh dear.
And now the bomb dropped out of hut. It gets thrown into the site, but it might not even matter. NiP is still putting up all the numbers. Cold and Brokey, they're trying to hold on. And Brokey, hold on, he shall. Now they know where both these players are. Not one of them is near this bomb. They can grab that. I mean, yeah, I thought they would, right? They both just got kills, and they're still worried about lobby. You guys know where they are. But here they go, back into the lobby. They're checking the flank. They could even hit ramp up here. And that looks to be the aim of the game. FaZe rotating both players into heaven. Gonna realize a little too late that actually this A site is not where NiP have headed.
Oh,
are we having a meeting in heaven? Is that what we've scheduled? Brokey not ready for it. Twist gonna wrap onto him, but this is where Cold could do so much damage. There's the first man dropped, and now for Rez, he's like, Man, how do I get into A? How do I get this bomb down? When will he realize that there is this second site? It doesn't. Oh, Cole's going down the ladder as well. This is a weird round. This is a weird round of Counter-Strike. They're flanking. Cold coming in right behind Rez, but the bomb plant's still going to go through anyway. Cold getting here very quickly, and he will get the better of Rez, winning out the 1v2, 3 kills in the round, and 13 for FaZe.
Yeah, FaZe are putting up a pretty good fight here, all things considered. They could actually kind of wrap this series up at some point, potentially in the near future. But then you look at NiP, some serious heroics there. Came on down to a 2v2, and unfortunate for Brokey because, well, that left coldzera in a rather advantageous situation in his rotation.
Vibe's still good in the NiP camp, even though they lose that round. They've had their fair share of blinders, and Eco wins themselves. 13-13. Money is dire right now for either side, especially FaZe, who are just constantly reinvesting in this orb. The util kit. Popsky's outside his cross. It's 3 CTs here. Brokey spam. Great flash from Rez. Nico also in position, but they've let him go past. They can't stop him. He's actually run right down to B. Even though FaZe have this info that, okay, 1 player is lower, they can't dedicate their entire team to deal with 1 player, and they're going to flank lobby. In the meantime, NiP take ramp. They could just go ramp to B and win the round. Cold's got to put up one hell of a hold, and he's found the first. Looking for heads, and the bomb's dropped. Great stuff from Cold. 3-on-3 as NiP enter B. FaZe know where this one's going. Rain's on the wrap through Secret as well. Twist is clearing things out. Rez can get the bomb plant. Plopsky has vent side, but timing as he looks away. Rain in pole position. Trying to clear this position out for Kiebi to come down, but Twist has shot him in the back, and Kiebi walks into the fire of Plopsky. Just Nico left. Falls apart for FaZe on the retake. Nico's got to save.
Yeah, this G is not able to put up 2, much less 3. NiP putting themselves up to 14. And potentially that 3rd map, that coveted 3rd map decider. You know exactly what it is, Harry.
Yeah, I do. And also, for anyone who's been keeping up on our battle of Threat versus Kiebi, the epic tale that carried forward from Mirage. So that ended with Kiebi winning it out. 12 kills to his name, 11 on Threat. But Threat is making up for that right now.
Ooh. So what
he is. I think he's ahead by, I want to say 3, but it might be 2. And so that puts him up at +2 over Kiebi.
So what you're saying is minus KRB, add Threat. Yeah. Interesting. Also,
that wouldn't even be the wildest roster move of the year. That's like the odd thing about it.
Well, the year's not over with yet, yeah.
It would definitely maybe be that. Look at this aggro lobby push, but Threat with a double, putting up numbers. Kiebi taken out of the round. Nico holding on. Threat's opened it up. Now it falls to the rest of NiP. The Riot shotgun in this coach and try and get it over the line to 15.
Nico's got such a great timing on this vent drop. He did do it loud. Plopsky's still holding, and Nico could cut off the bomb that's about to run with its knife out, an assumption that this is clear. Nico's dropped it, smoke down, Plopsky not spotted, and he's going to get aggressive. Nico not ready, as now the kill gets traded back. That could have been the round in the palm of FaZe's hand, and it still might be. Brokey's in B, already rotating lower. Rez with his backup. Oh, Brokey's going for it all. He might take the 1-on-2 for free. So low from the spam, and Rez gets him back. Oh, if Brokey took that opening kill, I do like the trigger discipline, but it comes back to bite him.
And it's one of those catch-24s or whatever they call them. Just one of those weird predicaments. You'd either take the shot, you don't take the shot. You might just get screwed by it anyway. And yes, I know it's a catch-22. Thank you very much, everyone in chat and on Twitter and all that other stuff.
But that's map point for NiP, right? This is FaZe's pick. This is NiP trying to send us to Inferno to finish the series, and they might be getting us there. FaZe crunch lobby. I like the pace, but denied by Threat and Co. Who's now 15 and 19, putting up one hell of a show. Eagles and a FAMAS for Nico. Not a pretty investment for FaZe. Cold's wrapped B. He's coming up through Secret. He can deal with any outside control, but NiP are very passive in the yard. They've seen how FaZe have thrown bodies outside, crossed towards red, and with a smoke down from Nico late in the round, that's going to scare NiP, but they do go here with a bomb and 4.
Yeah,
Cold,
ready for that
peaks, he's
peak.
dead.
Yeah, that coldzera peak. He's just, if he gets that vision outside, if he gets this information outside, it might spark a little bit of a push towards lobby here for FaZe. Considering they're set up right now for this inner upper hit. Might just be coming their way anyway. Hampus with the Molotov set for Secret. Now this execute coming in outside. It's going to be the mini crunch. They find Nico eventually.
Brokey got to deliver. Deagle out. There's one. Almost a double, but shut down. Cold now arriving. Kirby, we need some heroics. We need him now more than ever.
Oh, no.
Oh, there it is. And there's another man back at the squeaky door. Now it's Twist trying to navigate a 1v2. Puts up the first. The 180 is close. Cold, the last man remaining, and Twist is looking for the duel. Down through the vent he goes. Bomb on his back. Can't facilitate this B plant. Cold Zera still waiting at main. Gonna start to tiptoe his way back over here towards the secret tunnel.
No kit currently. Does have a flash, 74 HP. And it's Cold Zera in a one-on-one.
Twist was waiting for the secret wrap before he planted, so he seems to be aware of where Cold is coming from and he's positioning for it. Tucked in dark. Cold has to make noise. He's got to open that door. And so Twist will be able to play that bomb. It's not planted for him, but Cold doesn't have the kit, like you said, to stick. So Twist is going to go for the kill, and Cold wins the fight. That, yeah, I like the play by Twist, but he has to fight there, because if Cold just gets on the bomb, Twist doesn't know if there's a kit available, and that can just be around for FaZe. So Twist had to fight. He had to win it, and he doesn't. So FaZe keep this one going, long it on for another round. Oh, boy. Great deeks from Kirby, man. Initially missing the mark and where they were, but he does follow up and keep FaZe in this game.
Yeah, Rez, 31-15 in regulation. Threat, 15-20. Threat's doing his part. Rez is just doing a much larger part.
And no orb for FaZe. They lose 4 on that round. So, you know, it was only a force anyway against Map Point. But now they got a scout versus the York Rez that's been firing off. Rain finds the first. Plopsky dropped in the hut. Oh, dearie me. Do I smell OT?
It certainly could be the case, right? That's what it's looking like. But 4 on 5, we've seen NiP win these before. I'm not counting anyone out just yet. Cold Zera, holding the ramp room with a UMP. He's got to put up at least 1 here for this to be worthwhile. And Threat swinging. Oh. Twist there to trade. Very, very purposeful with how they set that up. Having Threat make the first point of contact. Allowing that trade to come in. The AWP on Rez going to miss its shot onto Rain in Heaven. But Hampus has snuck up close.
Yeah, this is where things start to get a little creepy. Creepy and crawly at that. 1 minute remaining in this round. Hampus does execute on Rain. And he's going to continue his tear. The upper site is just belonging to Hampus at this point. This is all but disjointed for NiP. It's just falling apart at the seams. 2v2 with 40 seconds left on the clock. Bomb secured by Brokey. Then, well, Rez reemerges himself, grabs it.
Oh, no, Nico's trying to flank to get the bomb, but it's already been picked up by Rez. He is going to be coming in late, but NiP, they've dropped smokes in A, but really they're heading towards this B site. Nico, he needs this 1v2 to keep FaZe on nuke, to keep the chance of the 2-0 alive, on FaZe's map pick, no less. Here's that bomb going down now. Realizes it's at this B site.
Oh, well.
Rez already here with the AWP, holding the angle, offers up that 1v1, and now it falls to Hampus. The man who made this whole round doable with a double kill from Heaven now is to be the angel of NiP once again, if he wants to get them to Inferno. Nico taking his time, but time is not leaning in his favor. Now he knows where Hampus is, and Nico with the damage, not quite the killing blow, and Hampus just hiding, wasting time off the clock. Nico does have a kit, but he needs the kill. He's gonna get it. The bomb is a long way away. It's very, very close. I think he's got it. I think we're going to overtime. And indeed we are. It's OT between FaZe and NiP. Kick it off in just a moment. We'll be back with it after the break.
Really abuse the mods and kind of, you know, explore what you can in terms of boundaries of Twitch chat.
Dangerous game. Is time over for NiP? That's the question. FaZe are looking to make it so with a 2-0 on their map pick, no less. But Rez has been dominant with his AWP and will find the first of OT. Rain gone. Hampus low in the process. Cold is pushed ramp with the AWP side by side. Brokey's going to take a shot and back off. He does get out alive, and Cold in the corner with another. Plopsky trades, and again, back and forth, so close. 2 players low, 1 per side. The smoke on ramp, but NiP bide their time. Not going to go running anywhere. AWP gets swapped. Hampus, we know he can wield that weapon too. Haven't seen much from Rez on the rifles. Welcome sight. Smoke towards the vent. Is Kiebi going to spam or bide his time? They could drop B. They might be boosting here close to the vent. Are they stuck? Are they cool?
Just a little.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, he
lost.
saw that. He knows the bomb's down a second. That's info for Kiebi. There's a third. He's got everyone in the palm of his hand. He's going to fall in and take a double. Plopsky trading, but now the rotate to B is already here. Brokey is ready thanks to the information. And that's FaZe finding their first, finding 16. That did get scary for a second with NiP, you know, struggling to even get into the vent. Not a worry. FaZe finding the first. NiP, plenty of money at 16k MR3. So we're all good. Smoke's outside, and they're going to cross fast as well. NiP in the past have gone slow and steady behind the smokes. This time they run, and they run the gauntlet. Rain with the nade. The spam from Nico does damage. Threat dead. NiP make it down with 4, but Cold's already rotated with that second orb.
Yeah, and he's got Brokey alongside him. Double orb, B hold here for FaZe. Cold Zara, is he about to give us a little 180 weapon switch, full down, flick shot? Maybe. This is his FaZe tryout tape. Let's see what he's able to bring to the table. Window's broken. Brokey not tempted to take a peek just yet. They're going to smoke him off at ramp. Leave one avenue open. Nico's now here as well to help out. And there's Cole delivering the first. Brokey there to help out. Does get bested by Rez, but still these numbers starting to dwindle. Plopsky with the spray. Let's get it back under control. There's a flank coming in through the vent from Kiebi. And Nico's there to make sure FaZe get that sealed. 17 on the board now, 2 in overtime. Looking to go flawless here, our FaZe clan.
That'd be one hell of a statement as well. A bit of a clawback on the CT side after a 9-6 first half. No warp this time for Rez. Back to the flat rifles for NiP. Do they want to speed it up? Twist with the fast door smoke. Brokey's got a shot. Hampus is gone. And what was the opening for NiP in the first round of OT is their undoing in the last. Rain doesn't realize when the player's already out into the open. Twist just running through with this flash. Threat setting him up for 2. And A has been lost in an instant for FaZe. The AWP rotated out after the pick. They thought it would all be fine and dandy. And it's anything but. NiP with a resmoke. That's going to buy even more time. The spam won't connect. And this is not an easy retake for FaZe. They've got to do it through the heaven. Quite the choke point. Missed Molotov, though. That is so unfortunate for NiP. As now FaZe have been given an open path back in.
Yeah, Twist trying to hold close beneath heaven. He's done this a lot, though, so FaZe might be ready for it. In comes this push. 2 out from the heavens, and Cole doesn't waste any time. Threat followed up onto, and it is just a whirlwind of death there as FaZe close out this half of overtime flawlessly. 18 to their name, and now they need only 1 more to close out this series.
Oh, where did that come from? Those rounds are so fast as well. Like, those 3 OT rounds went faster than what felt like the last 5 or 6 of regulation. But NiP, they wanted to put a bow on it, and instead it's them getting tied. Not tied up, though, because 18 to 15, this isn't even close anymore. FaZe have 3 chances to find 1 round to close out this series. Get their first win of the Pro League as well. They may have taken maps in series, but never a match. It's now or never. Don't waste the opportunity. Oh dear. Not the start they were looking for, though. Kiebi gone. Utility being set up towards the A site. Nico on the roof throwing nades, and they're going to go back to ramp. They could get flanked. Twist is pushed in the hut, and the orb, the auto threat, mowing them down. He only gets 1. A lot of damage done, though, and Plopsky on the wrap does do some more. He's still alive in the lobby. Bomb going down towards B. Both these players on 30 as FaZe set up for the plant.
Yeah, that's a big Molotov, but it's just not there in time. Plopsky's able to escape it, finds himself in the control room, goes for the kill in Rain. Impressively, FaZe Clan put up 19 to 15, and that's what you love to see for FaZe. And for us, well, we go to a break. We're going to come back, and we're going to talk all about what you've just witnessed here at the ESL Pro League Season 12.